Live from the Icebox Studio in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania, it's the Bill and Corey Show.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Corey.
Hey, welcome back. This is our 1-year anniversary show.
Wow, 1 year.
I just
Haven't been canceled yet.
haven't canceled yet, and I'm afraid to go back and look at the first episode.
Ooh, there's a show I used to watch called Community that used to say 6 seasons in a movie. Should we do 6 seasons in a movie? You think we could pull off a movie?
I was thinking about that. We'll see what Netflix says. I'm still waiting for the call from Netflix.
Okay.
I haven't gotten it yet.
They put anything on. Netflix doesn't care. They'll put you on.
Oh, thank you. For those people who are just joining us, we take recent tech support questions. We don't take some old ones.
Recent is the key thing. We really limit ourselves to the week, and sometimes it can be a tough week.
It can be a tough week. This was a tough week. Okay. First question. I have a client who's considering using a model 6284-320 for a CO2 application. They're using an uninsulated cylinder dispensing at 800 psi and will be using around 40 liters a minute. He is wondering if the 50 watts is enough to prevent gas freeze up. Now, first thing I want to do is explain uninsulated cylinders for those. Yes.
I know what it is.
What?
It's right in the name. It's a cylinder that is uninsulated.
Yes. You can definitely get. So the other way of getting CO2 cylinders, you could call it insulated, but it's really vacuum jack. It does have insulation. So what he's saying
just like
is
a water bottle.
It's a regular. We call them regular cylinders, but it's not a dewar because dewars are big cryogenic vessels. So you could also tell that by the 800 psi. So there you go. You want to talk about 6284?
So this is our 6284, and you put it right on the cylinder, and as it comes out, there's some electrical resistance.
Yeah.
Makes it hot. Don't touch it on the outside. It'll probably be hot.
It won't be that.
It won't be that hot on the outside.
Shouldn't touch it.
You probably shouldn't touch it.
You got to plug it in. Though.
Yeah, you got to plug it in. Standard. If you're in Europe, you got to get the adapters, but standard plug. And this will keep your gas warm up to 40 liters per minute, which is the amount that they asked for, which is really interesting and convenient. So like for continuous flow for a cylinder is typically 25 standard cubic feet per hour, which is 12 SLPM. So this will work great for a cylinder. However, a dewar can get up to 50 SLPM. But at that point, you're risking collapsing the
headspace. Well, you can get that too. Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, even at 50 SLPM, you could probably use this, get the gas warm, and add some heat tape to it or something to supplement it, and then that'll help keep it warm. Some heat tape around the pressure regulators or valves so you don't get the ice ball buildup.
Yeah. Now let me explain a little bit about collapse and headspace. So like with a regular cylinder, we talked about the flow rate of regular cylinder, continuous flow rate for CO2 would be 12 liters a minute. And if you exceed that flow rate, you could, CO2 in a cylinder is basically liquefied gas. It's got a headspace to it. So you got liquid CO2 at the bottom and you got gas on the top. And if your flow rate gets high, there won't be enough time for the CO2 to evaporate in the vapor into a gas. And then that pressure will drop.
Because it's all liquid inside there now.
Yeah, so you suck that off, and you could, and then instead of being 800, now it might be 700 and 600 and all the way down. And you could possibly create dry ice in your cylinder if you have really high flow. And
dry ice is fun.
Dry ice is fun. It's really cold. It's like 109, minus 109
But
Fahrenheit.
it's okay because it's a dry cold.
Yes, it's a dry cold.
It's a dry cold.
Yes. But I've seen it. I worked in a specialty gas plant. I've seen cylinders come back that were ice balled. Like 50 pounds of dry ice in a cylinder. And we'd have to stick them out in the yard with the valve open for a week.
Wow.
Before they sublimated.
That's a good word.
That's a good word
to use.
That's a good word for vocab for all.
I was going to say Scrabble.
The younger ones.
It's a good Scrabble word.
I don't know if you really have a lot of high score in there. Okay. The next question is on. Somebody want to know the temperature. It's right on the top.
Oh man, it's black on black.
Black on black. Kind of a bad idea. I didn't have blue label. They want to know the temperature rating of our fusible link that's using a option for our gas cabinet. So you want to zoom in on this little guy here. This is a fusible link. And this is rated for 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And what we use, and so if you have it in a cabinet, we have it holding up a guillotine. I'll explain that a little bit. So if you get a little fire in the cabinet or a really hot day, no.
If you're in Arizona, we might have to go a little bit higher than 165.
No, 165 is a good rating. So the link melts and then...
well, no, the glue between the link melts.
Right. Yes, the link melts. Yes.
It's just, yeah, this metal just...
I don't know what this kind of... Whatever. It melts. Now, what this has we use this in a gas cabinet, and it's... we have an option, fusible link option. And what this does is if there's a gas cabinet will have
air intake,
and it'll have an exhaust system hooked up to it.
So it has a negative pressure inside,
Yeah.
so it's sucking. So it'll be feeding the fire.
A single cylinder cabinet, you could be pulling close to 200 standard cubic feet a minute of air coming in. So if you have a fire, that's like fanning the fire. That's like a bad idea.
Yes.
Now, the gas cabinets have a sprinkler in there already, so that can help put out the fire. But what this does is it drops a guillotine over the front, and we're going to show a video in a little bit, that shuts off the air intake. So it kind of...
And just to be safe at home, don't stick your head in it, all right?
Yeah,
You don't want to be Marie
okay.
Antoinetted.
Yeah. So you want to show the little short clip?
The fusible link option will block air from entering the gas cabinet in case of fire. The fusible link has a temperature rating of 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Oh,
something shut off. Oh.
it showed most of it. I think
Yeah,
they got
anyways,
the gist.
Yeah. Oh well. A little glitch in the video, but it drops down and shuts it off. Now maybe people did see it. Maybe it's just a delay in our thing there. So yeah, you want to not put your hands at the bottom of the cabinet when it's...
Well, especially if there's a fire going on, you don't really want to be near the cabinet in the first place.
Well, you'd have to be inside.
I guess,
I don't
yeah.
know what you're doing inside the
Yeah,
cabinet.
don't. Yeah, it's not very big. It's not very roomy.
Next question is on, it was someone bought something from the online store and it wasn't the right thing. So what kind of, someone bought something. Yes. So we got...
Which is what the online store is there for, to buy
Yes,
things.
to
So
buy-
I don't know,
yes.
store.mathesongas.com.
Yes. So Corey's got the older one, and so...
Look at the velvet in the case. I really like that. It really makes
don't
it fancy.
This is from our carefully curated engineering library, our engineering museum. So this is look at a little close up here on these. You want to get the close up camera?
There we go.
Okay, yeah, even really small there. So the customer had this, and what they ordered was this, and you can see it's not interchangeable.
It's a little bit different, just a little bit. I mean, they're shaped. I mean, they're same shapes.
Yeah, they're black.
They're black.
This one has a goldish ring on there, has a washer.
Shows it's fancier.
You know, it's funny. You really can't see the opening, but this looks like a... You can't see it. It's black on black. This has a bigger opening than this one. The tubes do fit. It's kind of, you look at it and go, that's way too big, but it's tapered. That's kind of neat. So these are from pumps, Kitagawa pumps.
Yes, I mean, yeah, might as well, yes.
Now this is the newer pump.
And what do Kitagawa pumps do? Why don't we explain what they do?
Yes, it's a hazardous gas detector pump. So you get, do I have the tubes? Oh, I pulled
Here's
the
a tube
out.
right there.
There you go. And we're not going to play with it because it involves breaking
The
glass
tube.
things, breaking the tube. So these have magic beads in them. So this is helped to detect hazardous gases. Ammonia is one of our big tubes there.
You don't want to breathe in ammonia.
Yeah, so there's certain safe levels and stuff. So you're monitoring that. So you would break off both ends of the tube. You got this little tube cutter in there. Break off both ends, and you'd stick it in here, and you would pull, and you have instructions on how much to pull. And these things have measured. I won't be able to pull because it's full vacuum. Because the tube's not.
The
cut.
tube's blocking the hole.
So you pull open. It could be that says 50, and that says that's 100 cc's. So it'll tell you how much to pull for the samples. So
Wow, look at this one.
Yeah, and it works kind of neat. So it's nice. Sell a bunch of these things. They do have magic beads that tells you how to read them. They change colors and stuff. They got all sorts of. Sometimes you get all. This just says a couple layers in there, 3 layers in it. So these are kind of neat for gas detection.
But this one's for this guy, right?
No.
No?
You got them all backwards.
I got them backwards.
Okay.
Then. All right.
So we got this silver pump is the old pump. I don't know when this was discontinued. I was going to look it up, but I didn't. So this has been discontinued, but it obviously still works. And we still
still uses tubes and everything. The tubes still work.
Yes, tubes work for both of them. And it's just the guy needed a new flange, and well, we ended up sending him the correct flanges. So, and these, I don't know why, these come in packs of 2, the new ones, and the old ones come in a 6-pack.
Oh wow!
So you can order a 6-pack from our online store.
There you go.
It'll just be a 6-pack of
flanges,
for
not
Kitagawa pumps.
Nothing else.
So yeah, and this is going to last forever.
Well, eventually nature will break this down.
It took them a long time to order that one, so it's been, I don't know, at least 15 years or something.
Oh yeah. So there you go. That shows how good our products are. Still working after 15.
Working. Yeah, the pumps still work great.
Yeah.
You know, if they work, they work.
I mean, it's a simple. I mean,
other
it's
parts work.
pumps are pretty simple mechanisms, though, to be honest. You know.
Yeah.
So it's not.
So did anybody type in any questions this week? No. That's
Come on.
Nice thing about live is you're allowed to type in questions for us. So
even if it has nothing to do, just if you want to be like, how's your day going? We could go into that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, go right ahead. We could do that. The day's going pretty good. So.
It is. The day. It's Thursday.
Yep. So
and we're live here on YouTube. So what could be better?
Yeah, it's pretty good. So we don't have any more questions today. So thanks for tuning in. Tune in again next week for a great episode of the Bill and Corey Show.
Set your VCRs.